Good afternoon everyone, let me introduce myself briefly. My name is Trisantiana. I'm from class B and my number registration is 191202107A. So today I want a presentation my analysis about the differences, characterization and feminist values in the story Snow White by Regis Mayens and film adaptation by Universal Studios. In the presentation, I will explain about the theory that I use, namely feminist theory and then the feminist literary criticism. Besides that, I also explain the analysis result that I get is about the difference between the Snow White's characterization in the novel and the film adaptation during the decision-making process and make choices about self-determination and in terms of strength and leadership. Before we discuss the result of the analysis that I obtained, the method that I use in analyzing the story entitled Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs by Regis Mayens is by first reading the fairy tale then analyzes it. And I'm watching the film adaptation of Snow White and the Huntsman by Universal Studio. I also depend the analysis through literature study of feminism, observation via internet and observation of everyday life. Next, we turn to feminist theory and feminist literary criticism. The definition of feminism according to Nachmah and Kaimah in their book entitled Women's Political Revision, they state that feminism is an awareness of oppression and exploitation of women that occurs in the family, at work, and in society that demands full equality of rights between women and men and free women from patriarchal pressure. The feminist movement seeks to equalize women's rights and dismantle the root causes of patriarchy, criticize and provide solutions to create a better life for women. Women and men only have biological differences, but women and men should have the same rights and obligations in various aspects of life. From this theory of feminism also emerged feminist literary criticism. Feminist literary criticism has gone through two waves. The first wave is called liberal feminism and the second wave is called the women's liberation movement. Liberal feminism is a view to place women who have full and individual freedom both in terms of getting an education and also getting a job. Furthermore, the women's liberation movement which focused on gender differences between men and women. The analysis result that I got was the difference in the characterization of Snow White between the novel by Regis Mayens and the adaptation film by Universal Studio, namely the response shown by the Snow White can be related to the feminist theory. There is a rebellion to fight for women's freedom by daring to take the right decision. A woman in a society who still instills patriarchal values is required to always respect and follow men's orders because from the past until now, men are considered more worthy to lead than women and the decisions taken by men are more correct than women. On the other hand, this implies the nation of first-wave feminism, namely that the situation of women will not progress if the government is still controlled and dominated by men. And also, another goal of feminism is to achieve equal rights between women and men governing various fields such as social, economic, and political fields. Next, the result analysis about the difference between Snow White's character in the novel and the film adaptation in terms of strength and leadership. From the difference in the characterization of Snow White, who expects or doesn't expect the arrival of a prince, it shows how women are in society. In Regis Mayens' fairy tales, Snow White shows herself as a weak girl and desperately needs a prince as a male figure who will help and save her from the evil queen and they will live happily. While in the film adaptation by Universal Studios, Snow White showing an independent woman who takes action to gain her freedom. Although she also needs a male figure, the huntsman named William, to help her fight the Ravenna Queen's rage. It shows that although women can become feminist figures who can have power and are able to lead, women still need support from external factors first to achieve their desires. For example, male figures, namely the huntsman or the dwarf. In addition, in the liberal feminist movement also encourage both men and women to work towards an androgynous future in which all human beings will combine in them cure in society where Snow White shows her weak self and expect the prince to help her and take her to the castle. Meanwhile, the film adaptation of Snow White and the Huntsman raises the values of liberal feminism, where Snow White has the freedom to make her own choices and is able to make the best decision for herself without waiting for others. So that's all for me. Thank you so